wanna party like Chris Farley.
Welcome guys, this is Dave Goyce, one half of a whole of RuffHouseTv, and we're here with the lovely Rhonda Quaresma.
Hello.
So what I did was, when I was working for Muscle Sport magazine, I had a Q&A section going down. So I'm going to ask questions straight from Muscle Sport TV, and then on my channel, Camerica Muscle, and we're going to ask you what the viewers want to know. But before we start doing that, this video is sponsored by We Are PR, which is the very first company that got behind RuffHouseTv. So I'll put all the information on the bottom. Go checking them out. We love them to death. So you ready for this?
I think so.
Okay. First question. This is from Muscle Sport TV. This is from Joe. How is it working with the legendary photographer Bill Dobbins?
Actually, working with Bill is a very interesting experience because he is very eccentric, like most artists, the true artists are. But he's an amazing photographer, and what he wants from a model, and he gets that. And actually, you look at the pictures, and you're like, I did that, but he actually told me what to do and insisted on it be a certain way. But he's amazing to work with.
I heard he's very professional, right?
Extremely.
Yeah.
Nothing inappropriate or off, whatever. He's amazing.
Now, here's another question. Here's my question to Rhonda. What's her favorite body part to train?
It used to be legs. Now I don't really have a favorite. I kind of like something about each body part, and that's probably because I've been training for 100 years. Well, 30.
What's your favorite body part to look at, like on a man and on a woman? What's the first thing that you notice?
On a man, it's calves, and on a woman, probably her butt. Not because just girls like to have those butts.
Now, how did you decide to go for bodybuilding rather than fitness, figure, or any other division?
Because I did it when the only thing there was bodybuilding. So that there was no other choice. And at that time, women were much smaller when we started the first show. It's definitely evolved into. It's evolved. So yeah, actually all the other categories became because of women's bodybuilding.
Now, when you started, was it like Corey Everson, Rachel McLish, Sue Price,
yes,
all of them? What do you think about the future of female bodybuilding? Is the future in competitions like Wings of Strength?
My understanding, and this is, forgive me if I'm wrong about anything, there might be a couple not exact things, but for the most part I think I understand that the Miss Olympia has been cut, taken away from, there's no more Miss Olympia crown as we know it, which is very sad for many people.
I agree.
The women weren't given much reason for, actually, I wasn't, any notice, any warning, any kiss my ass or thank you or it's been nice having you, nothing. So it's just gone, and I'm okay because I don't compete in that bodybuilding anymore. But there are women who did and who live it and have lived it and been loyal to that sport. As far as it seems right now, the Ifbb and the powers that be don't want it anyway. A lot of femininity issues or something, which is like...
Today's physique for female competitors, that's almost morphing into female bodybuilding.
Yes, it is.
If you look at it.
Totally. Every time they start a new category, they say it's going to be more feminine, shapely, everything's about femininity. Well, first of all, it's a muscle. This is a muscle thing. And secondly, why do they keep giving the trophies where the women involved to get bigger and then say that something's like ostracized because they're too big? Well, bodybuilders are extremists. We're going to do everything it takes to be the best. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it's crazy, really.
Next question. This one's from Mona Lisa. She gave like 3 different questions and she was absolutely great. So thank you, Mona Lisa, for these questions. She's a muscle chick wanting to get into modeling. She wants to know how to book shoots and sell her own image content via the internet. Any advice?
It depends on her goals, but I did everything independently. It helps if you have an agent or somebody who can represent you and in effect protect you. I was lucky because the bodybuilding kind of led me to certain things, and actually it opened doors. I wanted to be, when I was a teenager, I wanted to be a model, you know, and I was told, oh, you're too short, you're too fat, you need to be 10 feet tall, you know, you're never going to be anything. Well, bodybuilding allowed me to become a model, you know, and I could do many different things, not your standard model, but in my genre. Plus, that it did spill over into other modeling. Who would figure, right? There are also websites like Model Mayhem, and there's groups you can go on, like Meetup, and real modeling agencies and people in the industry meet up, and you can get connections that way.
How would Mona weed out the real artists from the ones that want to just take advantage and just say, like, let's do a photo shoot, and then before you know it, they just want to take new pics or something stupid?
Definitely, she has to investigate the source, like where the person came from, how long they've been doing it, why they want, you know, and there should be there should be no reason for any information to be hidden. So if she wants to know who he is, how, you know, what his exact name is, see an ID, you know, verification that he is who he is, and she can be potentially alone with him if she has to be to work.
Okay. Another question from Mona. What's the relationship with her and the other female muscle models? Is there any organizations or group, or you just went over Model Mayhem? So that would be a good group for her. Right?
That's actually a website where you can post photos, but Playboy even uses Model Mayhem.
Okay.
Yeah, and high-end agencies, and so it's reputable.
Okay. Now, after all these years, do you still carry on relationship with other female competitors? You don't have to name them or anything like that. Just
I have a few, but you know what? People have the misconception that every bodybuilder hangs out with every bodybuilder, and we're all just people. So, and I pick people in my life according to their souls and every other reasons, not according to what they do. So I do have some fantastic, fabulous bodybuilding friends, like especially my friend Michelle, and I have other beautiful friends like my friend Marilyn and Lena, my girl back home, you know. But it's like, it's not because of what they do; it's who they are.
Exactly. Well, you've established relationships a long time, just kept them going. All right. And the third and final question for Rhonda: how has your training and exercise routines changed over your years of training?
It's gone from learning to lift to lifting like a power lifter, or that's where I put on like the majority of my size when I needed to. Strength and power training, especially when you're younger and are able to, you know, aches and pains and stuff and wear and tear, is brilliant. It will get you to your goals. Now, I'm here, I mix it all up.
Okay, so now it's more instinctive?
I definitely plan. I'm a huge planner. So I know exactly what I'm going to do and why I'm going to do it and how, but I change it like every 3 months. And I've done that, and that works out to quarterly, right? So, yeah. And I've done that for years, and I believe that works so good.
Excellent. Those were the questions from Muscle Sport TV. So
Thanks,
now,
Joe.
These questions are on my channel, Camerica Muscle. So this is from No Filter Nina. I'm not an adult man, laugh out loud, but seriously, I want to ask her, was it a hard decision to become competitive? And were there obstacles? Also, was it a hard decision for you to decide to get into porn?
Competing, no. Competing, it just all just kind of happened. And I was excited to do it because I had, at the time, my husband-to-be had competed, and he was kind of like, do it, you know, and it was
cheerleader.
Yeah, and everything. And he was good at helping me learn, and it just worked. I don't know, bodybuilding for me, it just was meant for me. I was meant for it. It's like a love affair,
yeah.
You know. And it's the one thing in my life that's my balance and consistency. So it's just kind of happened. Everything, like I was winning, and it was like, yeah, I did all the homework. But it's still just kind of bizarre that it just all worked out like that. So then it just became, of course I'm competing, you know? And then the adult stuff, that was a hard decision, but I did it with careful thought and taking responsibility for whatever I decided. So I regret nothing. I'm not doing like interactive porn anymore. Just nude stuff, solo sexies. It was a very educational, fun time in my life.
It's a learning experience. Huh?
Yes.
And finally, did you use bronzer or tanning prior to competing? Thanks and much love. The tanning question is because Nina wants to see if once she reaches her goal, if it enhances the look of her muscle tone, and curious which is better, tanning or bronzer.
The two of them are actually really good because together it gives the ultimate color. Tanning is good because it's like a real tan, so it's going to last a little longer if you tan easy enough. The bronzer is, you have to use it for stage, and I absolutely use it 100,000,000% for photo shoots because it enhances, especially if you're lean, whatever muscles that you have, it makes them more defined and look crisper, and it just looks nicer in pictures and stuff. So I would say both have their reasons. So know the reasons I just gave you, then she can decide for herself what would be
Let's
best.
try them.
Yeah, but every time I have a photo shoot, I do a tan or even maybe 2 the week of. But the day I do a spray tan, I do a tan, and then I do the spray tan. It stays for a few days, and you don't wreck your skin with the sun rays.
Yeah.
So you can actually, the spray tan's really, or the fake tan's really good because it is an option to not have for people who can't do sun too much.
Okay.
Yeah.
And thank you, Nina. Now this question is from my boy William Bowman. Now this is actually a great question because we just had Christmas the other day. So he would like to know what's your favorite holiday cheat meal and how do you work around it during the week if Christmas fell like in the middle of the week and you're dieting? How do you work around it?
I think it's cheeseburger and fries, and then I always like cupcakes and like icing. But it's a new thing for me. Try not to have sugar or any toxins any time in my life, although I was 100% on the wagon, the best I've ever been for that's when my YouTube channel started covering all that. And I had to have a surgery and it kind of interrupted things, but I still did the no sugar. And then just recently, I've fallen off the wagon a bit, but still nothing like I did even 6 months ago. My goal is to just live.
At the end of the day, you're a human being.
Yeah, but
We
you
all
know
fall
what?
off.
We're not supposed to be having like 3 chocolate bars and 2 cupcakes every day, days in a row. And I did that. You know.
Wait, you're not?
Like even.
You can't have that? What have I been doing wrong?
So, anyways, that is it held me for,
Yeah,
you know.
held you.
The only time I could cut it was for a show. And because I'm older, it's not as easy now.
Yeah.
Since cutting the sugar, my body's like whips into shape. Like if someone tells me you have 2 weeks, I can do it. Before, there's no way. It'd be 6 weeks, or 12 weeks. Honestly, I don't know how to tell anybody an easy way to do it. I just suddenly know, for years, I don't want sugar or anything controlling me and running my life like it did. I finally got control. My goal is to have only natural things in my body, and I'm halfway there. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Well,
So
it-
living it, you just gotta kind of decide.
And that's it, and just go with it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for the Q&A. That was it.
Thank you.
You see how easy we send that one out?
Yes.
So this is Dave Goyce, aka Camerica Muscle, one half of a whole. Kevin the Black is in Kentucky. He'll be doing videos on his side of the world. I'm in California, and we're gonna keep doing regular uploads back on RuffHouseTv like you guys deserve. So thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. I know you're a busy woman, so it means a lot. And thank you guys for all the questions.
Yeah, thank you.
And that's it, guys. You've just been Rough House, and we're out. How's that? See?